We're gonna look at my top 10, and then we're gonna see all the CGCs I own. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Devin. Welcome back to the D3 channel. I hope you guys are blessed. I hope you guys are safe. Just being safe out here and all that. So today's episode, today's going to be a real interesting one. So y'all seen my 25 pre-screen video, and that's gotten so much love. Even the small CGC box that I gotten. I really appreciate the comic community. Really just showing your boy love. Really just giving them videos, likes, subscribing. I appreciate you guys. I'm definitely going to keep doing more of unboxings. I'm telling you, this week it's going to be crazy. Next week I'm going to be on a little hiatus because I'm not going to be here where I'm at. But when I come back, I will be home. Will come home to a plethora of boxes, and so you already know the unboxing is going to be insane. Like, I got some heat for you guys that are coming in for next week, guys. I'm telling you, be ready, guys. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm thinking of doing that video. I come back next Sunday, so yeah, it'll probably be like that Sunday evening time frame when I do it, do the unboxing stuff. But enough about that. Let's get into my top 10 and all the slabs that I own. Like I said, y'all see my 25 pre-screen, and so there's actually 2 slabs that aren't here right now because I'm getting them reholdered and doing something different to them. So I'm definitely going to put a picture up for one of them because it's definitely part of the top 10. Even though I'm showing 10 here, but that one is like in there, so I guess top 11, I guess. But anyway, so we're gonna go into trying to decide which one I want to do first. If I want to do my top 10 right now, or do all the other ones. Let's just do top 10. So guys, I don't have these in a specific order. I think they're all number ones to me, honestly, because they all have a significant story to them. So we're gonna go with the first one I'm gonna show is Angela, the Asgard's assassin, number 1 at a 9.8. Make sure I know it's recording, so let's see the glare. This one's really special to me because at my local comic book shop, I've built such a relationship with the owners and stuff, and just instantly just came in one day and was just asking for do they have any sets or anything like that, comic book sets or runs, completed runs or whatever. And so he went through this whole box behind the register and stuff of stuff that he hasn't even priced or anything yet or anything. And so this was one of the first things he pulled out was Angela 1, the Asgard's assassin. And so if you know anything, you know that Angela was a part of the Spawn mythos, and then after a decade-long battle, she's finally a part of the Marvel universe and is Thor's half-sister. And so I definitely have her first appearance on my cart for me to buy, which I plan on doing like maybe tomorrow or whatever. So that's going to be an unboxing for you guys as well. Angela's first debut in the Marvel universe, but this is her first solo. And I just love that it came at a 9.8. It was a complete run. Didn't even know if this was even going to come back a 9.8 because I didn't really I looked at it and I was just like, I just want to get a slab. And it came back a 9.8, so really love that. So really cool. So we're going to put that right there. So the next one is part of that same story. The moment he gave me the Angela run, he found another one in Silk, guys. He gave me a whole Silk complete run at that time. He had the completed run at that moment, but of course there were 3 issues that came after that completed Silk's entire solo run. And so I ordered those, so I had the complete run. But yes, Silk number 1, 9.8. Again, this is just one of those things where I built a relationship with the owners and stuff, and they were just hooking me up and stuff like that, finding these sets that they think I would like and what I would want. And first print, guys, first print, and you already know there's big spec behind Silk having our own Amazon show that Sony is working on. So I am digging the fact that Sony is really getting behind their Spider mythos and stuff like that. I really love that. I love the fact that at the end of the day, they are really just, they can build it. Like at the end of the day, yes, like we would love to see them with Marvel, and I think that it will garner to that. But I do love the fact that they're also like realizing that, hey, we do have, since we own the Spider-Man franchise, that means that we own all the other Spider people as well and stuff, and start doing these shows and doing these movies with these characters and stuff, so we can get them into the MCU, like what they did with with Tom Holland's Peter Parker, having them in like a certain set of movies or whatever. You can do the same with the Spider-Verse and stuff. So I do love so this is a big book right now, especially her first solo, and you can get Amazing Spider-Man #1 that came out in the 2000s, which is I can't remember the year, but if you're a collector, you know what I'm talking about. But the first cameo of Cindy Moon, when she gets bit, and then Amazing Spider-Man #4, Original Sin, is when we get the first full appearance of her as Silk. But her first solo run, big. All right, so the next book, this one I definitely would say number one is Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man #1 at a 9.6. So interesting story about this. If you've seen my pre-screen video, then you know the story behind it. But for those that are new, and those that haven't seen that video, definitely check out that video because it's insane, guys, insane. But special about this is that this is the second time I found this book in the wild at another comic book store that I go to in my city. And so the first one I sent off over the summer, and I thought for sure 100% it was going to be a 9.8. And I think if I would have took the pressing option, I think it definitely would have got up there for sure. After looking at it, I ended up selling it and to a guy in New York, and I know he's happy with it. But it definitely could have used the pressing and stuff like that. I'm still new and knowledgeable like in the summer, but I'm more not experienced or a master, but kind of more aware of how things go and how things work as far as pressing and what a press could do for a comic. But that came back my first time I found this book came back at 9.2, and so this one I found a second one, sent it in, came back at 9.6. I was like, yo, crazy, near mint plus, like, come on, Origin of Miles Morales. If anything, get this book. Ultimate Fallout 4, you already know the book is high. Origin, everybody's gonna come back for the origin, guys. Like, people sometimes sleep on the origin stories of these characters if they're not in their first appearance. But definitely, guys, get that. And also, a little tidbit, because it doesn't say it in the key comments, but this is the first appearance of him donning the new suit. The iconic red and black suit. This is the first time that we see it in comics in this run. So that's another big significance and stuff. So definitely pick up that book. This one, guys, you already know. Black Panther #1, hip hop variant, Jay-Z Black Album, 9.4, 9.8. Like, guys, like the most eerie thing about my pre-screen was I did the pre-screen hours before we found out the news of Chadwick Boseman dying. R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman, and prayers and love out to his family and friends and close ones that loved him and knew him near and dear. But yeah, just it got so much more sentimental after his death, and just the fact that I got this back from CGC the same day that he died. Just this would never be for sale. None of these are really for sale, but just at the end of the day, that's just something that you just can't give up. You know what I mean? So especially, and it's such an iconic comic book as well, because this run talks about this comic book run of Black Panther talks about the injustice and racial injustice and Black lives and stuff like that. And so it's it's more prevalent today, and so that book just holds so much weight right now. So if you don't have that book, definitely get that book. That book is definitely on the rise, definitely since its passing, and especially because that book is such a low print run book. So yeah, definitely get it. All the hip hop variants are really low print or whatever. So the next one is Miss Marvel #1, that Camilla Khan, Miss Education of Camilla Khan, the Lauryn Hill album. This is definitely one of my favorites. I love Lauryn Hill. For some reason, I want to say maybe like a few weeks ago, like a few good bit ago, I was so fascinated with Lauryn Hill and just wanted to learn more about her outside of this album, which is, hailed as definitely one of the greatest albums of all time. That just when you listen to it, it is such, it's no words, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a crazy album, and the fact that, it got Camilla Khan in there, and you already know she's one of the most popular newest superheroes that we've gotten. And so Miss Marvel #1, can't beat that, guys. 9.6 near mint plus, just love it. So the next one is another one that's near and dear to me, a hip hop variant. This is Spidey #1, you guys. This is Spidey the Parker 2. If you know this album, you already know Lil Wayne. Like, come on, man. Like, I love this album cover because I'm from Louisiana. Lil Wayne is from Louisiana. So this is just that's sentimental to me because it's my home state. And so I just love this album cover. This is so cool. I would love for Lil Wayne to do like a signing or something like that or whatever. Like, it would just be so cool to just have Lil Wayne at a Comic-Con or something like that or whatever and have him sign it. Like, crack it, slab it again, and then have it as a signed CGC 9.8 with Lil Wayne's signature. Man, like, one can only dream, right? So the next one, guys, this one is real sentiment. Probably one of the most sentimental to me. This is Black Knight #1, guys. This is signed CGC yellow label, signed by Frank Thierry. On February 18, 2018. This is his story. You already know Black Knight is really really getting big because he's supposed to be introduced, I think, in the Eternals, I believe, played by Kit Harington and stuff. So you already know first appearance of Black Knight as well as Black Knight #1 and hip hop variant's gonna go big. But what's special about this one is this is actually my first CGC ever. My first CGC, and it ended up being a signed CGC. I ended up buying this, winning it in an auction, and just had to get it, guys. This is my first slab ever, so this will always be near and dear to me. This will always be something significant because this is my start, my walk into, going into the slab, lifestyle and stuff like that. So yeah, like, very sentimental, and it ended up being my a hip hop cover. Beyond that. All right, guys, so we got 3 more. So the next one, guys, is Ranger Slayer #1. This is the foil variant. I just love this version cover. I just love this. I love the back as well and stuff, so you can get a closer view of that. Just so freaking gorgeous, guys. And I'm pretty sure there are more that have been slabbed since then, but actually mine was the very first to get slabbed, and I definitely have the picture of the census that says that and proves that my Ranger Slayer was actually the very first to ever get slabbed and stuff. So I just love this book. I've always been a fan of black and pink together, and it just looks so clean. Like, you just don't get, it's rare that you get a foil variant that's all black and then have pink in it and stuff like that, and it just looks so much cleaner. I love the helmet cover variants, but this one just takes the cake for me because you just never seen anything like this before and stuff. So like, that black is crisp. I love her helmet design. It's just, oh man, this thing is just gorgeous. Had to get it. So the next one in the top 10 is Mighty Thor #1. This is the wraparound cover. Here at a 9.8, this is Jane Foster becoming Thor. She's already Thor, but this is just the wraparound. This is the first issue of Mighty Thor. I have the hip hop variants as well that I'm going to get Slab, but I just love this wraparound. I love wraparound covers. It's just gorgeous, and I just love that you have both personas, the frail, you know, cancer-filled Jane Foster, and then Thor up there just yoked. Like, that arm is just ripped, yo. I just love this, and you already know anything with Jane Foster, Thor, Thor #1 with her face on the cover, and then the what if Jane Foster found Thor's hammer is really going big. You already know Thor Love and Thunder. You know that thing is going to go big. And so the last one, Strange Academy, guys. 9.8, Strange Academy #1, you guys. This is also part of the CGC pre-screen video. Guys, I just love this first appearance of everything. I didn't, honestly, the crazy thing is when I looked at this book, it did not feel like a 9.8 to me. It felt like a 9.4, 9.6, and I was like hoping that it would get Slab, and it came back a 9.8, which is just crazy, guys. Just 9.8, so many first appearances. Again, this is like Marvel's Harry Potter. I'm telling you, if they do a TV show of Strange Academy, which I feel like would probably be the best way to bring these characters in, is through Disney Plus, through Strange Academy, like Strange Academy TV show, I'm telling you, this is going to blow up. I'm telling you, this is going to blow up. This is going to be crazy. So if you do not have this book first print as well, this is the first print as well, guys, definitely hop on Strange Academy #1. I have another one in the box as well that I'm going to get sent off to get slabbed or whatever, but at the end of the day, hey, it's Strange Academy, you feel me? So, all right, guys, that was the top 10, guys. So then we're going to run through the rest of them because I'm at 16 minutes right now and don't want to make this too long for you guys. But the crazy thing about it, the CGC pre-screen was longer than this, and y'all stayed and watched that. Over 300 likes. I think over 350. You guys are amazing. It keeps building. It keeps growing. I keep getting subscribers. You guys are awesome. I'm definitely going to keep bringing these videos to you guys. So the next one, guys, is, of course, my most recent collection piece to the collection is that Marvel feature, guys, #4, the retelling of AntMan, Hank Pym with Spider-Man. Just love this. Nice mid-grade. This is a Bronze Age book. Just really love this book because 1972, yeah, I want to say that's about Bronze Age. Guys, definitely correct me if I'm wrong on the ages, because I'm still learning the specific ages in time frame, but I want to say the 70s, 80s was like bronze, maybe. This one may be a late silver, but I think bronze book for sure. But because I know 90s is like copper age or whatever, but and then you got your moderns. But yeah, just love this book. Bought it again raw at a local comic book store. Not even a comic book store, this was like a Dungeon and Dragon store that just ended up having just comics just as kind of like a little addition to the store, and just saw this on the wall, and I was just like, yo, this book looks really crisp and really clean, and it's a 20-center. So at the end of the day, like, hey, you can't go wrong with a 20-cent book, you know what I mean? And a mid-grade, and also white pages, guys. You already know what's up with those white pages. Like, that is actually starting to be a thing now that collectors and, you know, buyers like that look for, is those white pages, like, for sure. So the next thing, guys, is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #52. I just love the Lord Draken. I just love it. Like, it's just sick to me, like, for sure. I wish I can get the very first time, the first appearance of Lord Draken. I want to find that book because that's the first time they actually used that foil variant and stuff. So I will say I do kind of don't like that they always kind of just repeat the same thing or whatever. I definitely feel like you definitely could have done something different with this one, but at the end of the day, I just love it. It just looks cool. He's that's definitely like second to the Ranger Slayer. So the next one, guys, is Edge of SpiderVerse #5, first appearance of Penny Parker. If you know, you already know. Into the Spider-Verse, she appeared in there. Great book to have, guys, especially if they keep doing this live action Spider-Verse and keep building it up or whatever, we may get a Penny Parker thing. And honestly, honestly wouldn't mind. The crazy thing is, I wouldn't mind these Spider-Verse little connections. I wouldn't mind these being like mini-sodes, like maybe like a 5-4 episode thing just with the character, but it ties into like everything. So you kind of have all these mini-sodes of Spider-Verse characters, but end up coming together for like a bigger picture, like a bigger TV show or something like that. I think that would be fire. Because you don't have to do a 13 episode run of every single Spider-Verse character, because you would definitely burn out of that. But if you chop that down in half to like maybe 6, 7, maybe 5, like a mini series or whatever of these Spider-Verse characters or whatever, get the origin, kind of flesh them out or stuff like that still, and then let it connect to a bigger story for sure or whatever. But yeah, you can't go wrong with a first appearance in the Spider-Verse, like, period. This one, I think definitely if I would have got this press, it definitely would have came back. I'm still shocked that it came back in the grade that it came in, but Batman number 92, excuse me, came back in a 9.0. I was really shocked about this one, honestly. But, at the end of the day, I think because I didn't get it pressed and stuff like that. But the thing was, it didn't look like it needed to be pressed to me. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is like one of the very first slabs that I ever sent to CGC. So, it's a learning process, a learning curve and stuff. So the next one, guys, is Astonishing AntMan number 1 at a 9.8. Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die hip hop album cover homage. I just love it, baby. Like, come on, man, baby AntMan, you can't go wrong with that. Like, in his little suit, it's just too cool. Just too cool for school, man. Alright, guys, so then we're going to get into this Skottie Young variant of Spider-Man number 1. I want to say this is the third print, third solo series of Miles Morales, or whatever, I believe. Or I want to say it's the second, but I want to say maybe it's the third. For sure. But Skottie Young, just love it. 9.4. This is part of the pre-screen as well. 9.4 being my lowest, because I knew some books wasn't gonna come back 9.8s, but felt like give 9.4 to give that little leg room or whatever. So if anything did become a 9.4, it still gets slabbed and pretty, and I just love the cover of that. So then we go with Spider-Woman number 1. Baby bump, just number 1, 9.6, guys. This is the Big Puns Capital Punishment hip hop cover. Just love hip hop covers. I want to keep finding them and collecting them. Just right now, kind of taking a hiatus of them because I got so many big books coming in next week. I'm telling you, you guys are gonna flip when you see the books that are coming in next week. It's gonna be flames. It's gonna be bananas. All right, guys. So the next one, guys, this is also part of my my first CGC. This is Human Torch, the saga of Human Torch number 1. Just thought this was really cool. Found this at a thrift store, and it just looked really nice, really clean, and I just really like it. And I just always loved Human Torch and his aesthetic. And so we're gonna get into this one, guys. Doctor Strange number 1 hip hop variant. Dr. Dre, you already know. Like, come on, man. You can't not love these hip-hop album covers. Dr. Dre, the Chronic album, like, you can't hate on it. You just, like, hip-hop covers are just so underrated, but they're definitely kind of getting their just due now. But, yeah, definitely get them while you can. This is part of the first slabs that I've ever sent to CGC. This is a 9.6. This definitely could have been a 9.8 if I would have sent it to get pressed. I didn't know anything about pressing and stuff like that then, but this definitely was a 9.8 contender for sure. But at the end of the day, it's a 9.6, just as good. 9.6, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 1, guys. This is the first appearance of Lunella Lafayette. Yeah, so this is the Vince Staples Summertime '06 album cover homage. one of my first CGCs that I actually started collecting out in the wild here. So that holds significance to me as well. And then to follow up with that, we got Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur number 32 at a 9.8, guys. Chris, the first appearance of Princess Fisk, guys. You already know. Animated, she can easily be the arch nemesis or whatever. So yeah, this is gonna be that's a book, it's a good spec book to have. And then we go with another Scotty Young at a 9.8. This is SpiderGwen number 1, you guys, the Scotty Young variant. I love the Scotty Young variants. I don't think they get the recognition that they deserve, but I think it's because, you know, people feel like it's like childlike or chibi or whatever, but it's a unique art style to do, and not everybody can really do that and make it look good. Like this one, you know what I mean? Spider-Man Symbiote, Scotty Young variant, and it's at a 9.8, all black. Guys, like, getting a 9.8 in an all black cover, extremely hard to do. It's damn near rare or whatever to keep an all black book clean without scratches, dents, nicks, and all of that. And it came back a 9.8. So I love the Scotty Youngs or whatever. I think some of them are really cool. So we got 4 more, you guys. So Spiderman Noir 9.8. I just love this cover. I just think this is a cool cover. Got this as a gift. Just love the cover. I love, you know, collages and stuff like that. And so as I have my bachelor's in graphic design, I just love that whole collage feel, and it's nice. It's just so nicely uniformed and stuff. And I just love that Spiderman Noir is right there with the hat and stuff. Looks really cool. All right, guys. So Daredevil number 1 at a 9.8, guys. Just sick. Like, come on, Daredevil. Man Without Fear, come on. Tupac strictly for my NIGGAZ's album cover homage, like, come on. At a 9.8, you don't get too many Daredevil, like, runs anymore. They just now starting to do a new run of Daredevil, but he's not one that really gets a lot of new stories or anything like that or whatever. So I love the fact that when they came out with this one, they came out with the hip-hop album cover. So we got 2 more, you guys. And so I'm going to put these 2 together, actually, because they're the same thing. So Nova, number 1, you guys. This is the J. Cole Born Sinner hip-hop album cover at a 9.8. And then you have Nova number 1. I think this is the Sam Ryder storyline. This is Chance the Rapper's The Coloring Book homage hip-hop album book. But I just love these 2. Definitely I may actually send this one back to get it cracked and pressed and get it slabbed again. I think it may come back a 9.6 or a 9.8 for sure. I would love to have both Novas at a 9.8 for sure. But guys, that is it for right now when it comes to all my slabs. I definitely have a lot more stuff going into at CGC right now that's in the receive, waiting for those to kind of start moving along or whatever. So I messed up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. So one of the slabs that I'm sent to get rehold is this one. This is Spider-Man. This is not Spider-Man, excuse me. This is Venom number 4, guys. This is a triple signed book, guys. This is the origin of Null and the origin of Nowhere, the Celestial's head. I just love this book, love this love this cover with Miles on it. Like, guys, triple signed, guys, by the top, like the 3 heavy hitters in one book. Like, come on, guys. You can't go wrong with that. Cates, Kirkham, Stegman. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's crazy. Love this book. So, yeah, that's definitely sent off to get reholdered. And so, that'll come back, and I'll show that one whenever that comes back. And so, I wanted to show this picture. So, this one is, I meant to show this in the small CGC unboxing video, but these are the books that I have at CGC right now, you guys. You see that America number 1. That is a variant, very rare, very hard to find. And so that one is going big money right now because she is supposed to be rumored to be in Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange movie, because she can go through dimensions and stuff like that. So that'll be really cool or whatever to have a new kind of Captain America-ish like character, but this one be a woman and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool. And then of course you see my Batman 3 Jokers. I sent those 4 out. I have all 5 of book 1. I didn't really care for the incentives and stuff like that, because those are always going to be rare and go up or whatever. But I just love the different covers of each Joker and the variant of the Batman, the Bat family that's in each run. So book 2 has Batgirl, and I believe book 3 has Jason Todd, Red Hood. But so with I put aside the Red Hood variant of book 1 because I'm sending that to get double signed. CGC has a double signing of the Batman 3 Jokers artist and writer, and I'm gonna send each variant of book 1, book 2, and book 3 to that. So I have regular blue label slabs of all the 3 Jokers, but then I have 3 special dual signed CGC Batman 3 Jokers, book 1, 2, and 3. So we continue on forward. You see that Marvel .1, guys, that first full appearance of Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel. That one is sent off to get pressed. Like I said in the video, the small CGC video, this one from .1 and the last 4 are ones that are all getting pressed and then slabbed or whatever, because those definitely need a press. That book particularly, because it has a corner bump to it, didn't break color or anything like that, thank goodness. So definitely want to get that pressed out and get that nice and clean looking and stuff, so it can come back a better grade, higher grade, especially with being pressed. And then that bump, especially getting knocked out, I don't know if it'll get knocked out completely, but it won't be as bad as it is in that book it is now. And so then we go on to Totally Awesome Hulk #1, first appearance of Amadeus Cho as the Hulk, hip-hop variant. Just, guys, big book on the rise, big book, really going up. All these new Marvel heroes are really going up right now. Miles, Kamala Khan, Amadeus Cho, America Chavez, like all these new characters. Get those #1 books, guys. Like the first appearances, stuff like that are always going to go, but the #1 of their solo series are always going to go high as well. So definitely get on those when you can. And then you see New Gods #3 over there, just looking nice and pretty. I found this book for $20 at a local comic book store here. Just insane. You know, like if you know anything about New Gods, anything like that, then you know how hard it is to find even New Gods #1 at a local comic book shop, just in the wild. And this wasn't even behind the register. This was just in the DC section of the comic books shelf that you can just flip through or whatever. So the fact that I found this, and it looks so nice, so beautiful. Has maybe I think 1 or 2 spine ticks on it or whatever, but I don't really care about those. But I know that those will probably get knocked out with a press or whatever, so I sent that off to get pressed as well. And so, but you also see first appearance of the New Warriors. It's just so many big books in that lot, you guys, that I already have at CGC that are going to be slabbed and sent back or whatever. I have some in different intervals. The press ones are definitely going to take longer because pressing does tend to take longer, but I want those to really be pressed and really good and really come out the best that they can be. And you also see that Young Avengers #1. You already know, like, again, this is one of those situations where I talk about, you know, just the relationship with your with your comic book store owners and stuff like that, and just building that relationship. And I got this one for a steal. Got this for I think $25 less than what they were selling it for or whatever. And you already know this book raw goes high and stuff, and I didn't even pay $100 for it. So just the fact that I got this for under $100, a #1 in great condition, crazy. So, but it definitely needed a good press to get that clean out. So I want that to get the highest grade that it can get, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. Either way, I'm fine with it for sure. Definitely want to get a 9.8, but I'm definitely satisfied with a 9.6 for sure. But when those come out, you would definitely get a video on those for sure, and especially the ones, all the books and stuff that I got coming in next week or whatever. Those boxes are gonna be piling up in my door, in my room. I already know for sure. But all right, guys, that is it. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more, click that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, so every single time I drop a video like this, a CGC unboxing, a raw comic unboxing, video game reactions, movie trailers, all that, you guys get all the goods. I appreciate you guys. Be safe, be vigilant, be blessed out here, and you guys have an amazing, safe rest of your week.